Hello, hello, beautiful person watching this. I am so happy that you're here. Welcome back to another Slay the Spire Ascension 20 Ironclad Heart Kill. On this channel, I upload my recorded wins with some commentary and general discussion about this beautiful game that we play. Just deciding to throw in Heart Kill instead of Run, as I normally do, because this is indeed a Heart Kill, and it becomes a bit hard to believe that at some points in the run. So yes. And definitely a very strange run, a lot of ups and downs, a lot of wow, that was so lucky, a lot of wow, this is very unlucky, a lot of I'm doing this very well, but also a lot of wow, that was terrible of me sort of moments. So a fascinating run, and one I'd love to share. So we have a Swift Strike on floor 0, unusually taking the Carlos card. It's a better option than I value it as, I think, but I still don't click it very often, so a bit of a strange one for me. And yeah, Swift Strike's pretty good. 0 energy to deal 7. Sometimes a bit worse than Anger, sometimes a bit better than Anger, if the damage matters a little bit more, or if you'd like more copies of it. Both could be true. And take a Flame Barrier. Sadly, there was a Dark Embrace there, but couldn't take it quite so early over a very good block card. But we'll want a Dark Embrace later, of course. That's a bad hand. And attacks for 17, but we get there. Thank goodness. And now a Pommel Strike is here, so that's already 2 cards that say Strike on them that we're adding into our deck. And Cultist should be very easy with these very solid additions we've made to our deck already. And the classic, do I take the 1? And here, Flame Barrier always full blocks next turn. I can weave in the strike, get it down to 12 health, and then there's no way I don't kill the turn after that, so definitely wrong to take the 1 here. And find Explosive Potion and our first Perfected Strike. And Perfected Strike is a fine 4/4 card. It's not necessarily a card you want to be building around, generally speaking. It's just an attack, like Carnage or whatever. And there's a lot of newer players who will perhaps try to build a Perfected Strike deck, which is not good, or perhaps not even possible. And yet, of course, the idea is still fun, and leaning into it as much as possible while playing on the hardest difficulty is a fun endeavor, I would say. To find another Pommel Strike, which also makes Perfected Strike deal more damage. There's also a double tap, which I considered, but I wanted to make more strikes, and I think, honestly, it's better either way. Upgrade Perfected Strike, and we did find Tungsten Rod. 1 second, comment on the shop. Another Perfected Strike is in the store. I considered clicking Burning Pact, which is an excellent card, but if you exhaust your strikes in the middle of combat, it's as if they've left your deck for the damage on Perfected Strike, so not interested in that. We want to keep our strikes around. And taking a Super Elite, very, very spicy. And considered keying this Stone Calendar. On turn 7, it deals 52 damage to everything. Are we ever making it there? I'm not sure. But anyway, Tungsten Rod, of course, taking 1 less damage every time we take damage. Whenever we would take damage, take 1 less damage instead, is the exact language, I believe. And Perfected Strike Plus already hitting for 36. That's pretty wild. So kill the middle one there, and then hope that we can kill this one of these in a relatively timely manner. And we do have our Fire Potion that we just bought, which is very nice. So I did just go full aggressive in the store, buy a Perfected Strike, and then make sure I don't die to this next Super Elite. And turns out that saved me at least 10 health. And the boot is here. Whenever we deal unblocked attack damage, it must deal at least 5 damage. And take an Evolve, which is very, very questionable. But I know we're going into Hexaghost, and I would love to add like some cards to my deck, like Power Through, that are like really good, but also have some wound-related downside or whatever, and then use that to draw cards for free, and then continue playing Perfected Strikes. Having to spend energy on card draw when you have Perfected Strike kind of sucks. And we're somehow full health, and you know I'm taking that third Perfected Strike. So here we are really committing to the bit. I mean, that is terrible, but we did it anyway. 54 damage to Laga, that's pretty good. I'm gonna have to block here. Surely. And we can kill if we find Perfected Strike, Swift Strike. And there it is. Didn't even need the Swift Strike. So that's a really good fight. And Disarm is here, very, very good, and very good against Hexaghost as well. And found Centennial Puzzle. The first time we take damage on any combats, we will gain, or we will draw 3 cards. A pretty good relic. We'll be taking damage a lot. Would make something like a Bloodletting very good, but I don't think we see a single Bloodletting in the entire run, unfortunately. This fight's not great. No way around this, sadly. Definitely wrong to do anything other than disarm there. Took 2 more damage than I needed to. Mistake. And 3 pickable cards yet again. Headbutt doesn't say strike on it, sadly. And we already have 3 copies of Perfected Strike, so it's not like shuffling one on top matters that much. Demon Forms here, very slow. We already have so much 2-cost stuff. If we found a Snecko Eye, that would be really, really insane, but it would already be insane, so no need to take Demon Form to make it even more insane. So just take the good block card instead. Hexaghost is here. And we're at full health, so in case you don't know, the Hexaghost opening turn damage is calculated by, does 1 times 6 plus an additional 1 times 6 for each 12 current health that you have. And so, because we are at 72, we took 7 times 6 there. Actually not great in this case to be high health. But it's fine. And Stone Calendar actually doing good work against the Hexaghost. Basically, Hexaghost kind of starts at like 212, if you think about it. And so it is dead. Got there. There was no way we weren't getting there, though, with Perfected Strikes hitting that hard. And got our card rewards here. Reaper versus Corruption is real. Corruption is not doing a whole lot yet. It's hitting Flame Barrier, Disarm, Shrug, and then some defense. Don't have any Dark Embrace yet. And I feel like kind of just going face. So I want to get some incidental healing going. Reaper's there. Take a Reaper. Sure. And really, really need 4th energy, so take a Runic Dome. Who cares what enemies are doing if we're just pointing Perfected Strike at them every turn? And Act 2 is here already. 8 minutes. So looking for 3 elites. Go this way. And we simply try to kill everything as fast as possible. Sadly not drawing another Perfected Strike here, or we would have definitely had lethal. There it is. And now I'm thinking, is there any way to Reaper as well? But no. If I double strike and then Reaper, wouldn't do enough damage with the Reaper. If I play Perfected Strike first, it dies. And take a Spot Weakness. Doesn't scale very well with the Perfected Strike doing so much flat damage, but I have a Reaper, and I will need some scaling eventually, of course. So the key to winning with Perfected Strike is to also put good cards in your deck alongside the Perfected Strikes. Can't just take Perfected Strikes and cards that say Strike and expect to win, unfortunately. But I did my best, though. And we take Warped Tongs. I didn't actually realize, to be perfectly frank, when I took it, that I had Tungsten Rod, which would cancel out the Centennial Puzzle thing. So it's actually really good when you have Tungsten Rod. The pain has no downside, basically just a regular curse. Which is still really bad, of course. Having a curse is bad, but pain is usually exceptionally bad. The worst curse. But I did take it because it's good anyway. Of course, Warped Tongs upgrading one random card in your hand a turn for the rest of combat is a very, very strong effect. And I had Centennial Puzzle, which I thought would proc as soon as I play a card with pain in my hand, which also would have been good, but it's even better to take no damage. And I check if it's attacking me, and it's not. So then what do? Bash or disarm? I choose disarm, it seems. Fair enough. Doing a lot of damage. And Armaments is here, and it's a little bit questionable to click this with Warped Tongs already, but I want it, and I can't really explain why, even now. It ended up being good, though. I stand by it. This was a weird turn. Avocado always attacks you. Probably should have just gone Armaments first, and then Spot Weakness, and then Practice Strike. I'm not sure what I was doing there. Definitely wrong order. And the Fungi Beast just buffed, so it's going to be hitting me now. So, unfortunately, take some damage there. Gotta kill Avocado, of course. Rupture's there. I have Pain in my deck, but I have Tungsten Rod, so it doesn't even work at all. Very sad. And Slavers is here to ruin my day. But it turns out that I have a billion damage in my hand. Didn't actually need to Explosive Pot here. Could have just Swift Striked the right one instead of the left one here. So Explosive Pot, kind of just not doing a lot here. And then here I'm overkilling Blue Slaver by 13 also. So it wouldn't have done anything here either. You can rationalize the Explosive Pot if later on in the fight it mattered, the damage. But in this case, it looks like it wouldn't have mattered in any of the turns, so just completely wasted the potion. Did find another potion, though. And Corruption versus Second Wind is a very, very real decision. I still don't have Dark Embrace, so neither of these cards are excelling quite yet. If I knew Dark Embrace was right around the corner, I'd probably take Corruption. But without knowing that, you know, I have this Evolve already. Could maybe get some status stuff going on, which I don't have any of yet, and then Second Wind it all away. And Second Wind also blocks, which I still need some of. So I reluctantly skip the Corruption there. Corruption is a card I think very, very highly of, just not quite getting there here. It's a card I have to stop myself from clicking, rather than convince myself to click. And it is dead. I could try to be greedy and like go for a Reaper and gain like 7 or whatever, but could take a lot more than that. And Wild Strike is here. It does make my Perfected Strike number go up, but so does Inflame. And Inflame makes Reaper number go up as well, and doesn't put a wound in my deck. I did just take Evolve and Second Wind and all of this for Wild Strike, but it's still really bad. Looking for more like Power Through, or something like that. of course, the angry, or what's it called, sneaky gremlin is always attacking on turn 1. And here, I don't want to get hit by either of those, so use my energy pot there. And it resummons, so now it could either be hitting us or buffing. Oof. Hopefully it's buffing, but it's hitting us instead. Very sad. And it's never hitting us now, so no need to play Spa Weakness. And this is very sus now. Drawing Reaper on the off turn. 15 cards in my draw pile. Oof. So it could be hitting us here again, and if that's the case, then we're dead, so just have to believe. It's not likely to be hitting us here. I do play second one just in case. And then, yeah. So now it's also, again, either hitting us or it's making more minions. But it's likely making more minions because I killed both the minions. So, just gotta point Perfected Strike at him and hope that we get there. And we do. But thank God. Definitely was favored to not be attacked there, of course, but there's always a chance, and we had no way to know with Runic Dome. Don't want any of those. Find a Sundial. And also didn't mention a Courier. The mouse relic is things in the store will restock when we click them. And they also cost 20% less. So we found our Dark Embrace finally. May I please have that corruption back. And Disarm again is here. Fire Breathing's there, but that's not quite what we're looking for with the status synergy stuff. We don't really care about more damage. We already have 3 copies of Perfected Strike in our deck. I still considered it though, apparently. And then we found a Sundial, of course, from the Relic chest. Every third reshuffle, we will gain 2 energy. Currently our deck is rather huge, so it's going to be hard to proc that. And hopefully this bird attacking us ×6, so the Flame Barrier kills it. And I save my strike because I have Artivore now. That relic up there that gives me an extra energy whenever I don't play any attacks on the turn. Sometimes it'll be right to not play an attack in order to save that. And yeah, Perfected Strike over Bash for sure. Very awkward we don't have a way to apply Vulnerable other than Bash right now. But yeah. Perfected Strike is simply too much more damage than the number on Bash for the Vulnerable to be worth it. And take a Battle Trance as well. We would love to just be drawing at least 1 Perfected Strike each turn at this point. Gotta point them strikes at our enemies early and often. And then we're going to slowly turn into this card deck that's drawing cards of Dark Embrace and whatnot. Or we're going to try to, at least. Pretty good fight. Not much here. Carnage, or Ghost Armor was okay. And here I actually should have taken this True Grit, actually. I don't know what I do instead of it, but I know that I don't have it. Okay, so I clicked Metallicize, got salty, I couldn't click Feel No Pain, and then left. Yeah. So True Grit should be in my deck right now. That's a huge mistake. I have Dark Embrace in my deck and like not a lot of block. And you want that one card that says like target a card in your hand and exhaust it to get rid of all these strikes eventually. So I am definitely hurting for one of those for quite some time. Past me did not even realize that I skipped True Grit there. Was not noticed that there was a True Grit present in that shop until right now. Wait, and there's my Feel No Pain anyway, rewarded. But now I would really love to have that True Grit. So again, huge mistake. You have warped tongs and armaments to upgrade the true grid as well. Doesn't even matter that it's not upgraded. And I have battle trance. I have Centennial Puzzle. So armaments could be a good upgrade here. There's a lot of good upgrades. Feel no pain, like a card that if you draw into it and you only play it once, like a card that exhausts or a card that's a power, you'd want those to be upgraded, generally speaking. Otherwise, you may just upgrade it naturally by redrawing it with warp tongs and all that. And here we are against Collector. Possibly the most sus Collector fight I've ever had in my life. Didn't play Swift Strike there, not sure what that was. I think I had it in my hand. But get attacked, down to 23 already. Brutal. Always getting attacked by the minions, so I can do that. And one short of killing the one on the left, that's very sad. Put Dark Embrace in play, just take it. Down to 5. Okay, so at this point, you might think I'm dead. I would think that I'm dead if I was watching this live. Play my Reaper, only up to 23. Surely I die here. With Runic Dome too? I don't even know what it's doing to me. I get debuffed. Even now, I'm doubting myself. Did I click the right video? Does this run really make it? It buffs. Okay. Could be attacking me. I have to block. No way to know. But it makes more minions instead. Disaster. Hitting me and making more minions kind of both a disaster. But I happen to have Stone Calendar, I noticed, which is actually huge. So Stone Calendar kills the minions. I don't have to worry about that. And Spot Weakness. It is attacking me. We got there. Down to 7 again. And I have to block again. I have no way to know if it's attacking me or not. It's not attacking me. Wasted 31 block. Very sad. Makes more minions again. Kill one. Play Flame Barrier. Prey is not attacking me. It's not attacking me again. It's still not attacking me. So now I can be safe and just kill the minion. Shouldn't have played Defend, but also I couldn't play Strike on it anyway because I had a block, and it makes more minions again. Absolutely crazy. And here I can play Second Wind for a lot of block. 9 block for each card, plus 3 from Second Wind, or from Feel No Pain. So I will not die on this turn. Hopefully I can point Perfected Strike at Collector. We'll say I kill a minion though, just in case. I didn't need to do that. Should have pointed at Collector. And it would be dead here if it's not, but it is. So wow, I mean, I can't believe that I didn't die there. That's absolutely insane. An Offering is here, an excellent guard, gives me energy, gives me draw, and even draws 3 extra with Centennial Puzzle. And I have the Warped Tongs, I have Armaments, plus even, so can take this Fusion Hammer, which prevents me from upgrading without thinking too hard about that, I think. I still think about it though, for plenty of time. All 3 of these okay, to be honest. Bell could have been good if there were good relics in it. And I have like double disarm, so the Firestone is generally like a very solid, like above average 4th relic, or a 4th energy relic. Just a little bit above average. Definitely has a real downside. More brutal in some fights than others, but it's a consistent downside. You know what you're getting when you click on it, sort of thing. And it's like, I already have a 4th energy, do I actually need a 5th energy? But then also, like, is Calling Bell the one? If Calling Bell was something else, perhaps it gets clicked on instead. But yeah, I think it's reasonable to sit here for a minute. Perfected Strike the movie. This is the intermission. Get your popcorn. Use the bathroom. And we have a Fusion Hammer now. So have to make it through Act 3 and Act 4 with this deck. And there's 3 elites on the right. Kind of trying to avoid campfires because I can't upgrade there, but also considering that I might need them. So definitely going to go right here so I can take those 2 elites on the right side and then go left to the one at the very end. Most of the time. There's also 2 question marks leading into the last campfire, and maybe I want those if I've had some not so great question marks in the early Act 3. I haven't seen Mind Bloom yet at the end. Then double question mark is actually looking really good because basically an elite that's like easier to kill and gives you a rare like every time. Doesn't perhaps have the 10% increased rare card bonus though. And spikers are here. Very scary. Pretty good Reaper turn. Nope. You definitely want to play Perfected Strike if I can without taking damage. Spikers need to die eventually, some way, somehow. Only took 1 there. And the Repulsor is good for us. Getting those dazes is actually good. Feel no pain, Dark Embrace stuff. And Second Wind. To a lesser extent. Gonna have to hope we're not getting attacked, but we are. Very sad. It's fine though. Dark Embrace bottom 5, not great. Ooh, there it is. Very nice. Gotta get this Reaper off before Stone Calendar goes up. So sad. And full health. Definitely not a bad fight at all. And Warcry Plus is here with our Feel No Pain, Dark Embrace stuff. We definitely need more Exhaust Energy stuff now. We've gone so far off the deep end with horrible attacks. We need to start making our deck good now. And find this event. This is an excellent event. Check all the cards first. Master Strategies here. Definitely like one of the best results possible, if not the best result possible. And then Deep Breath is here, also a very good card. Deep Breath also has interesting synergy with Sundial, shuffling our draw pile for us. Always charges Sundial by 1 whenever we play it. And then Flash Steel seems like the obvious card for the Ironclad, but not doing infinite thing here for sure. And Panacea is good. Just a good card. Artifact, good. Prevents the draw minus from Battle Trance also. And found another Dark Embrace. Snap, pick that. And then also found a dual wield for a Reaper. And to make possibly more Perfected Strikes. Or more likely Pommel Strikes to draw more cards. And so just with those 2 events, getting those colorless cards and another Dark Embrace, we are really cooking now actually. Still a little bit sus. We don't have a card that says, you know, exhaust a card in your hand that you get to choose yet. So as we slowly exhaust all of these non-attack cards, our deck is going to become worse and worse. This fight's a bit sus. I remember messing up really badly here. Took more damage than I needed to. Something like that. Thinking about when to play armaments. Want to upgrade Pommel first to be able to draw more cards. Second one's good to get rid of the burns. So I could kill right now. The right idea, though, is to wait. Of course, dual wield Reapers in my deck, and I have 5 energy. Problem with this is that I meant to play Bash here, and I forget to. That's definitely brutal. So I was meant to play Bash there to set up for killing next turn, and I forgot. And then I don't have enough strength, and I cannot kill it. Very sad. Could have gotten there if I drew, like, Swift Strike or whatever. Is that even true? I don't think so, actually. No, I would have done 12. So yeah, end up healing for a lot, but then going in right back down. Huge mistake not playing Bash. Definitely took like 40 more damage than I should have there. Whoops! But Fusion Hammer means I can't upgrade anyway, so just take the Campfire. And found a Ginger. We can no longer be weakened. It's pretty good. Don't want to be weakened. And then, because the right one just blocked last turn, it's very likely hitting me, or perhaps always hitting me. I don't know for sure. So I'm gonna spot weakness on that one. And then dual wield on the Reaper. Probably play one here just to make sure I don't die. But then save the others. And then I forgot that I also played the Panacea to stop the drawdown from the Battle Trance, and then I drew Warcry when I didn't expect to. There's just a lot going on right now. I wasn't keeping track of all of it at the time. And I'm definitely looking to let these respawn so that I can play more Reapers and heal more. There's also a lot of good cards coming up. And I have Art of War yet again. I'd only be dealing like 13-ish there unblocked damage if I attacked, so simply decided to pass instead. Vector Strike to kill 2 of them. Then pray I'm not getting attacked. Should play Metallicize probably, yeah. Feel no pain not blocking for any amount there. Looking for Reaper and whatnot. I decided to just get out. Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Was looking a bit too sus there. Another dual wield. More likely to draw it alongside Reaper. Could copy Feel No Pains as well. Stuff like that. Pommel Strikes as well. And could be getting hit for 45 here, no way to know. So this is also a very, very sus fight, for sure. Luckily take the 7x3 instead. So now, am I getting more burns, or am I getting it for 45? It's so exciting, isn't it? I don't even know. Ouch. Dark Embrace is so good, and I can't actually do anything this turn because it's intangible. I do have the boot, though. Real shit. So make 1,000,000 copies of Reaper. Apply Vulnerable. And then I hope that I have Deep Breath in my draw pile. So I can get all these back in my draw pile a little bit ahead of schedule. There's second wind, perfect timing. Deep Breath is in there, but it's fine. What a horrible, horrible hand. Look at this disgusting, disgusting hand. I have every every strike in my deck in my hand right now. Ugh. Here we are. On the right turn as well. So here I forgore. I could have killed first of all. Actually, no, it's not true. I could have killed because I have Stone Calendar, but I forgot that I had Stone Calendar. So I could have just gone Reaper, Perfected Strike, Stone Calendar kills, but I played Double Reaper instead. That was bad. So another huge mistake. It's very easy to forget about Stone Calendar, of course, but I should not be doing that. As a guy uploading his runs to the internet. And I can kill here. Dual wield Swift Strike. So that was also a misplay. Didn't even realize. Incense Burner is here. Every 6 turns, I will gain 1 intangible, which actually makes me immortal because I also have Tungsten Rod. So every 6 turns, I am completely invincible. And Bottle Tornado is here. Very, very sad that I have to skip this. I have Dark Embrace. Would love to put that in the bottle and open it every fight. But sadly, I cannot. And I take the key over resting. A little bit unusual, but I think it's fair enough. And I thought for sure I was dead to this Giant Head, actually. I just don't scale enough to kill Giant Head. You may be wondering how I don't die to this Giant Head either. Stay tuned. Can't get weakened. Normally the Giant Head weakens us, which would have consumed that artifact charge, but we cannot get weakened because of Ginger, and it turns out that's how that interacts. If you can't get weakened, it doesn't even try to apply it. Just doesn't happen. And a very awkward turn. You know, Perfected Strike is just simply not dealing enough damage, and it's still not hitting me. So Spot Weakness whiffing twice now, that's very bad. So I gain Summon Flames here. Play a Bash. I have to Vulnerable it, I think. Bash is still the only way this deck can apply Vulnerable. That's actually crazy. I don't think I've skipped, like maybe I've skipped a Thunderclap, but definitely no Shockwaves or anything like that. No Uppercuts either. I don't think. Yeah, I think I have to do this 100 damage to it, like, there's no way. But what I should be doing right here is Power Potion, for sure. Should have used Power Potion, like, turn 1 of this fight, probably, just in case it was Demon Form or something. So, Power Potion definitely should have been involved already, but I remember now that I have it, and I find Corruption off of it, so, saved. Corruption, real good. of course. And this will allow me to play the number of cards needed in a one turn in order to apply enough stacks of slow that actually do enough damage to kill it. And then I decided to stop playing in flames. I need to just play attacks that actually do damage with this much slow on it. And 12 strength. Play a Reaper. I'm feeling pretty confident, so I just get that in there to make sure I can play it. And then this turn, I don't have to worry at all. I'm immortal, as I said earlier. Do want to do some damage, of course, so I play that Deep Breath. Deep Breath doesn't block, so reasonable to just play it. And now I'm taking a billion damage again. No more Reapers, so we get out. So, made it out. And Barricade is here. Very cool combo with our Feel No Pain plus Second Wind combo. We can actually preserve that energy now. And we found a Bag of Prep, drawing us 2 extra cards on turn 1. Very strong. Arguably the best common relic in a vacuum. Transient is a little bit scary. Gotta be able to do enough damage to kill it here. Here's a huge mistake also. I played Barricade here, which is completely worthless. I should have realized that there's no way I can generate enough block for that to matter in this fight. I could have played Dark Embrace here, but I just get rid of it instead. Take exactly 50 damage there, -1 from Tungsten Rod. Yeah, not a run losing mistake or anything, but definitely wrong to not play Dark Embrace or Barricade. The giant head thing could have been run losing though, for sure. And I am intangible there, so I just pass. But if I had Barricade in place, I should have played more cards. Actually, a mistake. And find a Burning Pact finally. Should have taken the Artifact Potion, probably. But perhaps I'm feeling so scared that I just want more health gain. And I have Panacea as well. So, less important to have the artifacts, I guess. And we do find Mind Bloom, I go right instead. So Hexaghost is here again. How many times do I have to teach you this lesson, old man? This time we have 2 copies of Disarm. Pretty good. But we're taking the same damage. We are at the same threshold as health from before. So it'll be 7 times 6 down to 2 times 6 for this minus strength we've applied. And god, this Burning Pact is exactly what we needed. Wanted to take damage there to proc Centennial Puzzle, of course. Now we find a dual wield on our Metallicize with Barricade in our deck, so suddenly kind of displaying the potential of a little bit saucy here. And now we are intangible. Would love to charge that a bit, but not that important. Like it on 3, probably. Going into Woke Bird usually does the multi-hit on turn 3. I should have known. This enemy always does the same thing. I should have known it wasn't attacking me there. But even I don't know what exactly what each turn of Hexaghost does. Unseizing Top's completely useless, and I'm realizing at this point, I'm staring at this card reward and I'm like, yeah, these cards are bad, like this late in the run, right? But then I'm like, wait, I don't have any vulnerable at all. Any. I have Bash. Unupgraded Bash in my deck. And that's it. So, like, Thunderclap going into the Act 3 boss is crazy, but I take it. I do take it. And I mean, it just shows, like, yeah, Thunderclap is just an attack common, and it's like, a lot of the time it's too late in Act 1 already for it. But, like, I just wanted it here, and that's the beauty of this game, I suppose. So we have a very, very rough game plan. Try to exhaust our deck with Dark Embrace. And then try to keep making more Reapers, and then try to gain strength with like 2 copies of Spot Weakness and 1 Inflame. And just kind of hope. We're living on a prayer right now. Don't want to exhaust this Burning Pact. That's a good card. I decide against playing that because if I hit the Barricade, I'd be very sad. I want that in play. And now we are intangible. Let's see if Past Me actually notices that. I know I forget about it sometimes. But I did just play Barricades, so whatever I do, it's not like I'm overblocking or anything. And Spirit Guardian after turn 1 is always hitting me, so I considered hitting Spiker just to see if it was hitting me, which is interesting, but that information is not useful enough in order for that to be right. It actually was hitting me. And gotta start playing these Reapers eventually. So this was awkward. I was like, wait a second, this is not what I want. Yeah, definitely played that badly. But only getting hit once by Spirit Guardian, and Spiker didn't hit me, so now I can start playing Reapers. Then break the armor on the Guardian, play again. That's good. Good fight. Another Disarm, very good. Disarm is really, really good. One of them cards you can just click on whenever you see it, pretty much. So good against the heart, too. Very awkward turn 1. Got our good powers in play, buffing the Wokebird's strength by quite a bit. Gotta be careful. Can't give it too much strength. Can't play like the really bad powers. Need to play Feel No Pain also. I drink my potion. Definitely afraid of this fight. Another case of how did I possibly even make it through this? It is turn 2. I have played 4 powers. And I forgot about the thing again, the Battle Trance thing. Then I drew an Offering at the end, and that was a disaster. That should have been like the nail in the coffin, I think. That's a huge mistake. But I am intangible here. So at least my over-the-board decisions giving me some payoff here. Definitely want that Offering back in my pile. Reaper Flex Pot gets involved here, probably. Heals for a bit more. Wasn't doing a whole lot, though. Could have saved that. And I also still had Regen Pot, so definitely a waste of a potion. Mistake yet again. How many is that now? Like 1 billion? And disarm's going to be really good, offsetting the strength that I'm giving it with my powers. Get rid of my other powers that aren't important. And we're living. So that's pretty much, it's not the end of the fight, but that's like the scariest part. And horrible, horrible hand. Our Ghosts of Perfected Strike Past coming back to haunt us there. Burning Pact here. Play Burning Pact before reshuffling for sure. And Sundog goes off. Really nice. Still have 2 dual wields and a Reaper in there. So it's like I could play this Reaper right now just to heal a little bit. But I could also just like Second Wind, which also heals me, debatably. And I can't kill it. And I also didn't draw 1 off, by the way. I think. Pretty sure that math's like that. And then here I want to like not kill it here because I'm intangible. So I can just spend my energy on doing other good stuff. Trying to find dual wields for this Reaper, and I did. So thank God. So now we're doing the thing. Burning Pact to my deck and Second Wind to my deck, other than dual wields and Reapers, and yeah, what's it called? Spot Weakness. Until eventually my deck is Spot Weakness and Reaper and dual wield, and I just keep playing those cards. Pretty decent strategy. There's Reaper and Thunderclap. Thunderclap's here to save me. Make more Reaper or gain more strength, who knows? Probably make more Reaper at this point. And just play Reaper every turn. Till it dies. Can even get rid of Bash. Let Void goes. And sadly passing on the Incense Burner being on the wrong number turn. Definitely could pass here though and play 1 more Reaper. Should have done that. Missed 9 health and 1 Incense Burner charge. Yet another mistake. Not sure between Time Eater or this fight which is harder. They're both very doable. Time Eater is not as scary in this deck. Just do the same thing. Eventually only have Reapers in my deck and just keep playing Reapers, and then I don't really die to the clock. And Disarm is very good against Time Eater. Have to keep track of which one hit me last to play these spot weaknesses. I definitely forget at one point. I remember that. They just alternate, of course. And no Reaper here, so a little bit scary. Need to draw these Reaper and dual wield together. You have Artivore. And yeah, we drew both dual wields without a Reaper, so definitely a little scary. Burning Pact, some attack. Sadly, for the people who clicked to this for Perfected Strike the movie, unfortunately, some movies, you know, don't end the way you want them to. But it was too good to be true. Perfected Strike is just not a card you can kill Act 4 with. On Ascension 20. I forgot which one's attacking me, whoops. And I have Barricade in place. I'm blocking for a lot, so like at this point I'm just like, okay, I don't even need to like duplicate Reaper anymore. I can just play one Reaper and heal for enough and get out. I forgot again. Nope. Nice. Could have played Bash instead of... Oh no. Bash on the left one wouldn't do anything, still has an artifact charge. Bash on the right one would have killed it, killing less of the Reaper anyway. Not wrong order. Practice Strike is still here though, it still has 50 damage. Don't sleep. And I want to put Incense Burner on 4 for the Act 4 Elite. Very helpful. It's that turn where you can get hit for 10 times 4 and where you draw 2 burns. A very, very scary turn indeed. Definitely want to be immortal on that turn. And another Barricade is here. Seeing Red is here. Very good with our double Dark Embrace, Feel No Pain, etc. Happy to see that, so... Gotta decide what to click on first, because Courier may change the decision afterwards. And I didn't even consider the potions here. Second Wind is here. I don't have a Corruption, so might need to corrupt the Second Wind there. And True Grit is there, and I do think taking True Grit is better than taking Duplication Potion. Very, very strong here. If I had the one from earlier, perhaps I would have gotten to take Dupe Pot there instead. Never forget that one that I skipped. And drew a second one, that's pretty nice. Though it wasn't necessary, we are, again, invincible on this turn because of the incredible combo of Incense Burner and Tungsten Rod. Can still draw cards. We had a artifact charge. Get rid of the artifact charge before playing Disarm. Definitely would rather have it have minus strength. And then I turn around, because I know that one's going to be hitting me on turn 3 for 57, and it does 50% more damage to you if it's hitting you in the back. Don't want that. Could have played the spot weaknesses, or at least one of them, before reshuffling there. Make more Reaper. Ouch. Very happy that the random True Grit there hit a non-Reaper attack in my hand. Best case scenario. Could have been a skill though, would have been fine. And here I do want to play Second Wind and draw a bunch of cards, but I could play some amount of Feel No Pain first. Each Feel No Pain, of course, drawing me 2 less cards after it's played. So decided that was the right amount of Feel No Pains to play. Deep Breath is really, really cooking here. Very, very happy about this card in my deck. Very cool. Stone Calendar also doing things. Pretty unusual. And drawing Second Wind every single time that I draw these burns is pretty good. And so now we have Burner on 4. We need to, or 0. Gotta get it back to 4 till before we fight this the Heart. The Heart will always debuff us and shuffle 5 statuses into our deck on turn 1, and then attack us for either 3 times 15 or 45 on turn 2, but increased by 50% because we're getting debuffed. Makes it very vicious. Turn 2 of the Heart is arguably the most dangerous turn in the entire run. It's still just waiting around. Block for as much as we can while not killing it quite yet. And then make sure we end the fight with Burner on 4. Already full health, just copy the Swift Strike. And Calipers is here. A bit tough to gain that much block, and we already have a Barricade anyway, so not a very good relic for us right now. And Juggernaut's here. Sure. I'm already doing the Second Wind thing, so throw in a Jugs. Not sure I needed it to win, but it's definitely going to do a lot of damage. And so here's turn 1. First I play a card, which will take damage with the Beat of Death, drawing 3 cards. And so this is a little bit awkward. You drew all the cards that draw cards, and none of the cards that are good to put in play. So I then play Offering, yet again not drawing any of the good cards. So trying to optimize here. Play Defend so I don't take damage, then draw up till full hand size again. Still don't draw a good card, still don't draw a good card. We have, you know, Dark Embrace in there, Barricade in there. So I'd probably play Warcry first. Nope, Battle Trance, there we go. Put Dark Embrace in play finally, and then I can Warcry whatever I want back on top. I decide to put that on there. No need to block this turn with Flame Bearer, because I am immortal. And draw the Dark Embrace and the Feel No Pain, and Metallicize. So, a fine turn. And now we're getting hit for 67 damage. For sure, for sure. And this is a tricky one. Play the Barricade. And definitely want to play Second Wind to block for a lot. But the problem is, that's a Deep Breath and a Dual Wield and 2 spot weaknesses in my hand. And like, it's not blocking for that much, you know? It's like 12 plus 12. So it's like, oof, but I don't want to take 67. That's brutal, right? So the Snecopod gets involved here. Big risk, because even if I take the 67, I'm not dead immediately. But I would like to block as much as I can, of course. And Juggernaut's here now. So I'm like, you know what, I had this Snecopod, I'll just rip it and see what happens. And turns out to be huge. A lot of zeros in there. Juggernaut, Second Wind, probably. Disarm a little bit less good now. We know it's already done the big attack this turn cycle. And that's a lot better. Decided to save 2 health or whatever with the Swift Strike. It's not hitting us. Never is. Looking to put Evolve in play, I guess, and or exhaust cards. Ah, yes, I'm just looking to block because I have Barricade as well. And now we're no longer frailed, so we can actually, our defense actually make a number. Pretty good. Don't care about Evolve after all. Could have copied the Pommel Strike first, but I don't even care about Duel It anymore, it seems. Just go, go, go. And it has Artifact, so it can't apply this vulnerable, sadly. Take some damage, but it's fine. Get rid of all this stuff as well, sure. Yeah, the Barricade makes this not insane. And of course does a lot of damage with the Jugs. The Jugs definitely helped a lot. So perhaps it was necessary, and we got there right at the end. And now we have enough block that should be fine. Pretty much no matter what happens. Second event also costs 0 because of this Necco potion. That's huge. Very nice. Never found a power through or anything, so there were some very nice cards we could have found at any point along the way that would have been very, very strong. Just one power through would have been really, really nice. That's actually disgusting. I didn't let Perfected Strike finish the job. But we got there. And didn't check the relic stats at the time, apologies, but I just was so happy to have won that run I wanted to get out. So I hope you enjoyed Perfected Strike the movie as much as I did. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, have a beautiful day.